MYBITS, produced by ECHOEZ. Get curious and regain your decision-making power. Well, hello there. Welcome back to MYBITS. I am Roberta Lettieri. It is a brand new year and I am happy you are back. So bom dia, boa tarde and boa noite. Good day, good afternoon and good evening. Wow. What a year 2023 was, hey? And here we are, 2024, a brand new slate, brand new opportunity, brand new day, brand new moment, brand new everything. And just what you can see in front of you is showing us that we're having a heavenly cleanse with all this rain. So some of you might know that I record mainly from my home city of Brisbane, Australia. I have had one little trip overseas this year and sometimes I'm at the Gold Coast. So depending on where I am, I will record. And today, being the very start of the year, I'm at home, didn't go anywhere, and it's raining. And it's almost like the heavens open up and went, okay, new year is starting. Let's have a cleanse, shall we? And just this consistent, beautiful, beautiful rain. Yes, of course, beginning of the year, we're on holidays. It would be nice to have sunshine, go to the beach. My parents do live at the Gold Coast, so the plan was to go there to spend some time at the beach and with them, at the pool and everything like that. But it started to rain and we just decided, you know what? Let's just stay put. Let's stay here. Let's relax. Maybe this is calling from extra relaxation, downtime, watch some movies, bake, cook. And that's okay with me. I'm actually enjoying this rain and feel that it's a much, much needed cleanse, if you look at it that way, right? It also gave me some time to reconnect with a few things that I needed to reconnect with. Every year I do end the year and start the year with it's a ceremony that Rachel Braithen does on her podcast. So check it out. There's an intention setting ceremony and then there's a processing ceremony. So first we process the year that was, and then we do the week after she does an intention setting ceremony. And I've done that for a fair few years now and I absolutely love it. I'm really grateful to Rachel Braithen. Some of you might know her as Yoga Girl. So if you follow, if you're looking for her on Instagram, you look for Yoga Girl. And if you want to have a look at her podcast, just look up Rachel Braithen and she will pop up for you. So really, really highly recommended. And it got me into some purposeful beginnings, I think, and also some purposeful endings. Being able to process the year that was really, really does help to shift, to process, to let go, and to move forward with opportunity, with eagerness, with joy, with excitement, as opposed to, taking things on into a brand new year. Now, I do think it's very important to remember that, only because it's a new year, we do sometimes we do set, goals and things like that. I tend to set intentions as opposed to specific goals. This is how I intend to be. But every single day is the opportunity to set a new intention. We don't need to wait for a brand new year, right? We don't need to wait for a brand new day for we can do it moment to moment even. You might have a really shitty morning. It doesn't mean you need to have a shitty afternoon as well. So just keep that in mind as you move forward to 2024. I wanted to make this episode about a reintroduction of who I am, why I'm here, what is MYBITS, who is ECHOEZ. And I was looking back on when I first released a video, and look, it was 9 months ago. So my very first MYBITS video on YouTube was on the 26th of March 2023, so 9 months ago, and it was called The First Hello. I remember literally going out, buying a cheap little microphone from Kmart because I had been wanting to produce something, to get creative, and I kept on putting it off because, I didn't have a mic and I didn't have this or that. And then one day I was like, just stuff it. Here we go. Went to Kmart, bought a $15 microphone and started it. And it was at the Gold Coast I was. And look, I've been producing ever since. Whether I have listeners or whether I don't have many listeners, I haven't stopped. And I was thinking about that as I was processing 2023. I'm actually really proud of myself for not stopping, based on the fact that I don't have many subscribers. I've only got 14 subscribers so far. And, that could have been a reason for me to stop, going, oh, well, I'm wasting my time. No one's listening, no one's subscribing, no one's liking, no one's commenting. But that's not the reason why I started. I didn't start with that in mind, right? Sometimes we start with, I want to produce something, get really big really quickly. I didn't start with that in mind, sorry. It was something more, something bigger for me. And although the vlogcast, so the first video was released about 9 months ago, I actually started writing my blogs on my website, which is echoes.com.au, on the 17th of the 10th, get this, 2021. So almost, in October this year, it's going to be like 3 years. Holy cow. And I haven't stopped, right? And I know that I don't get many hits, I don't get many people reading or anything like that, but I didn't stop because I love it. I love what I do. I love writing. I love recording. And so I do it because I love it. I don't do it because of the money. I don't do it because of the accolades. I don't do it because of it went viral. I don't do it because of that. I do it because I love it. If those things happen, holy cow, I would be really ecstatic and happening. Excuse me. Happy. Actually, I would be happening. Yes, I would be happening and I would be happy. But, and who knows, maybe this will and be my, how can I put this? Maybe this, actually not even maybe, this will be my financial freedom. My biggest dream and my biggest wish and my biggest goal is to record from all around the world. So I can take you on all these different locations, and I can speak from a place that's within, that I can get curious and I can share that curiosity with you so that you too get curious. Because one of the main purposes of ECHOEZ is to spark the curiosity within people so that they go and research, they go and read, they ask questions, they have conversations, and in turn they end up making conscious decisions that come from a place of knowledge, that come from a place of not of fear, but conscious decisions from a place of physical, mental and spiritual health. Right? Because when we don't get curious, when we don't want to know, when we stick our head in the sand and let other people make decisions for us, that's when shit goes down. That's when there's a chance of things that don't feel good, a chance of illness, a chance of unhappiness, all those things, all these yucky feelings, right? Because if we don't know, if we let other people make decisions for us, then who are they to do that, right? Only you know you. And the thing is, a lot of us don't know ourselves because we spend most of the time, most of the day, with our heads stuck in the sand. Whether that sand looks like a mobile phone for you, whether that sand looks like scrolling endlessly on social media, whether that sand is video games, whether that sand is TV, movies, series, You know, and look, sorry for being the one that puts this in front of you, but most of those things don't bring you any health. Most of those things, and when I say health, I mean physical, spiritual, and mental. If that time spent, you know, in front of a computer, on a phone, or things like that, or reading, because a lot of people do reading on Kindles, and I've got a Kindle myself. You know, if that time is researching and finding out and getting curious, and then, you know, we're on the road to yeah, good. But if it's not, if it's meaningless crap, then yeah, chances are it ain't good. So my main goal is to inspire that curiosity. You know, I want you to hear something that I might say and go, oh, holy cow, what was that about? Let me look into it. Let me see if that suits me. Let me see if that works for me. And if it doesn't, you might find something else because you started getting curious, right? It's about regaining the decision-making power. We've just come out of the last 3 years of having a lot of things said to us and a lot of restrictions put in place that we had to abide by if we wanted to have a job, if we wanted to continue working, and yes, sometimes have a job, if we wanted to go out to the shops, if we wanted to catch public transport. We know what can be done to make us do things that sometimes we don't necessarily agree with. So let's not get into that whole big side of things, but you know, look, it is a big one. I think it's just been more in our faces in the last 3 years. You know, before then it was, we all just plodded along, you know, walking our own little lives and doing the things we thought we were doing because we chose, and really we didn't, but it was not as in your face. And now it's like, boom, right, this is what you guys do. This is what, how you control, right? Yeah, so that's what this channel is mainly about. You know, MYBITS. These are MYBITS, things that do inspire me, that do get me curious enough to be able to spend some time exploring and looking into it. And I find that curiosity that has sparked within me has helped me hugely in my health, in my overall health, starting with the way I eat, moving on to the way I think, the way I see things. All of that has improved immensely since I got curious, since I raised my head, and since I started to look up. And that's what I hope that this inspires you to do, that MYBITS inspires you to do. And, you know, and the reason why I am behind the camera, you know, on that first episode back on the 26th of March, I explained it. You know, I don't want you to be looking at a face. I want to take you outside. I want to take you outdoors. We spend enough time in an office, inside a home, in front of a TV or anything like that. So if I can do anything slightly different, I will. I want to take you outside. And look, you don't need to watch this video. You can simply listen to it. I get that. But if you choose to watch something, if you are watching stuff on YouTube or whatever that might be, you know, I'm hoping you will come across my video, watch it, and go, hey, wait a minute. When was the last time I looked at the rain? When was the last time I literally sat outside and listened to the rain? When was the last time I sat there, listened to it, looked at it, and smelt it? Chances are it was a long time ago. And holy cow, it smells divine. Not only that, if we're quiet, we can actually hear the music, the song that every little drop makes as it hits the ground. and the tempo changes and the speed changes, all depending on the direction of the wind and the force of the rain and whether something catches it midair. And so it's just really cool. Like, these are things we don't do anymore. And I remember as a child, before we moved before we moved from Brazil, when it used to rain, sometimes we used to sit at the front of the house. We were kids, so either we'd run in the rain or we'd sit with my grandmother and we would talk. And we would, talk. People would walk past with umbrellas and they'd stop and have a conversation. And, we'd have a conversation with my grandma and we'd ask her to tell us stories. And, we'd go jump in a puddle and things like that. And it's just so different. And, I just want you to get outside. Yeah, I want you to see, come across my video and, and maybe once you watch one, you'll go, okay, well, wait a minute. Instead of keep on watching all this YouTube stuff, hours on YouTube of someone putting on their makeup or, someone, recording sounds of things or, just start to think and go, how is this enriching my life? How is this helping my physical, mental, and spiritual health? How? Right? How? Is it adding value? And if from your core you feel a no, I suggest you move away from it. And it might be something that you do slowly because you're so used to it's become part of your everyday. And just like a drug, because it is, the internet is a drug, right? Because it gives us the readily available, continuous amounts of either social media, movies you can stream, podcasts, everything like that. So yes, it is a drug. Of course it is. And I'm not going to take that back. I know some people go, oh, no, it's not, Although you're not ingesting it by mouth, you are ingesting it. You are. Yeah, you are ingesting. Ingesting doesn't only mean putting something in your mouth and eating it via your mouth. It is also what you consume through your eyes and your ears. Yeah, so look, that's why I sit behind the camera. ECHOEZ is really a realm that's far beyond appearances of one face, one body, what I'm wearing. It's far beyond that. There's a deeper layer to all of us. And generally that deepness comes from the mind. And that's where I want to come from the mind. And I want you to, if you're drawn to my channel, I want you to be drawn to the channel and to the contents because of, to the channel and the social media pages because of the content, not because of what's sitting in front of you. Yeah, I know this is like a simple video of, the rain falling and those beautiful, beautiful bamboo trees swaying and that's all it is. I get that, and it might not be exciting for some people that like to sit there and watch, I don't know, cars crashing or whatever you watch on YouTube, on social media, but this is life. I'm showing you life. I'm showing you nature. I'm showing you what it looks like to just sit and be, watching life go by. Yeah, watching life go by. And by not sitting in front, of the camera, it eliminates a chance of your connection with my content being from a place of, or being influenced, by my image, which can be easily manipulated. The exterior can be easily manipulated on all socials, on anything that's produced. We all know that. There's a trillion filters out there. So yeah, I don't want that to be influenced at all, and that's why I sit behind the camera. And every once in a while you might see me, but not too often at all. At all. So here we are with the rain, cleansing as we start a new year. I have been on a little journey of, listening to some amazing voices that are inspiring some different things within me. A couple of the people I have been researching is Jordan Peterson and Barbara O'Neill, and listening to their content and doing my research and sparking my own curiosity to be able to grow and evolve and challenge my own thoughts. Because I think that's important. When we stagnate and get stale, that's why sometimes we're like, this is the way this is and that's the way it's going to be, because we don't explore other people's ideas and their why. So I'm challenging myself and my own curiosity. And one of the things that has changed from the very first MYBITS vlogcast back in March last year to today is that I have reopened my social media pages. Now, I went against that for a long, long time. I had them closed almost 4 years ago because I was sick and tired of what was on there, the content. And even if you don't follow crap pages or things that you're not interested, you do get things that pop up every once in a while. And sometimes, I'm human. I would watch it and it would just piss me off. So I got to a point and I went, it's like your diet. If you have soft drink at home, you're likely to drink it. If you have sugar at home, you're likely to put it in your thing. So if I had social media at that point, I was likely to watch it. So I've had 4 years away, and now I decided that when I did my intention setting ceremony at the start of the year, I decided I want to take ECHOEZ to a new level. And to do that, as much as I tried to stay away from socials, I need to be on there to be able to put it in front of people. The way I was doing it wasn't working. Just having the website and sharing it with my friends, it wasn't getting traction. There wasn't enough shares through my friend community to be able to get to where I want it to get. So, there's a saying that I absolutely love. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I think that was Albert Einstein. So I was being insane, by wanting to get traction and wanting people to start viewing, even though that's not why I create. But I want my message to get out there. I want to inspire. I want to get people to go, okay, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get curious. Let me look into that. So, I went, okay, Roberta, stop hitting your head against the wall. So I've opened up Instagram and TikTok, and the handles are ECHOEZ Official, just like my ECHOEZ channel on YouTube. So they're all ECHOEZ Official, and it's purely for ECHOEZ. It's not personal accounts. It's purely to share messages and to share things I come across and to learn as well. Yeah. And also to engage with anyone that may come across my content, that may have questions or may want to give an input, or I can learn from you too. Yes, I can. Definitely. So feel free to follow those pages if you like. I really, really don't like the word follow. But unfortunately, that's all we have at this point in time. I would prefer it to be companion. If you want to be my companion on socials, please feel free to companion me on Instagram and TikTok at ECHOEZ Official. And look, maybe one day I can get Instagram and all of those we can do like a petition, which I have put something in place. I just haven't put it out there yet, to add something where it's, a companion as opposed to a follow or something else like that, because the power of word is huge. And at the moment, people are followers. How many followers do you have? Who do you follow? Right? A follower is someone that stands behind someone. I don't want anyone behind me. I want people beside me, walking this beautiful life with me, not behind me. Yeah. Getting deep, Roberta, getting deep. Look, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you once again for stopping by, listening, viewing. I hope to see you across my socials. Please comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until next time, be great, be kind, and definitely be you. Ciao for now.